Hi, hello everybody and welcome to my latest video on my YouTube channel. Thank you for clicking on this link to listen to me talk a little bit about another grammar point in English. Okay, so today we're going to talk about using the word have in a negative form because it is one of the most commonly misused words that you find when people learn English. Lots of people use it, but they don't quite use it correctly. This is particularly true when you're translating from your own language. Languages like Spanish, Italian, French, they use have in a slightly different way to the way we do in English, and it means you get quite a lot of mistakes. So this little tutorial is to help you make sure you don't make mistakes using have. So let's go. We've got a nice little graphic, as you can see from my blog. Okay, it's one of my favorites because on it we've got a lovely picture of a penguin, and I'm a huge fan of penguins. I absolutely love them. This picture was actually taken in Italy in an aquarium in Genoa. Oh, it was so good. I enjoyed it a lot. Right, so the two issues that we're going to look at is don't have and haven't. Okay, now both of these sound very similar and they sound like you're saying the same thing, but it's not actually quite the case. Don't or doesn't have is the negative form of the present tense. So usually we follow it with a noun, with an object. So if we look at the first picture, you could say the penguin doesn't have any fish. Hasn't or haven't is the negative form, but it's the negative form of the present perfect. So it needs to be followed by a verb. In this case, the penguin hasn't caught any fish. This is the third form of the verb, the participle. Okay, now I've got a few examples to show you as to how they should work and how they sometimes don't work. So I'm going to use one of my favorite teaching tools, which is my head, which is sadly empty of any hair. Now, lots of people might say, oh, Paul hasn't hair, or Paul hasn't any hair. Now, this isn't quite correct. If you're using just hair, you would say, I would say, I don't have any hair. You could say, Paul doesn't have any hair. Now, no verb follows have. Okay. If we use haven't, we need to follow it with a verb, and I can say, I haven't grown any hair for many years, which is true. It's pushing 20 years now, about 18 years ago since I last grew some. Oh, that makes me feel old and bad. Okay. I could also say, I don't have any new shoes. As you see again, there's no verb. I could also say, I haven't bought any new shoes. Same thing if we talk about sandwiches for our lunch. I don't have a sandwich. I haven't made a sandwich. I haven't bought a sandwich. Yeah. I don't have a bank account. I haven't opened a bank account. So the key thing to remember is even though they do sound the same, they are kind of different. And the key thing to remember is that when you use don't have, you follow it by an object. You follow it with a noun, hair, fish, shoes. If you're using haven't, that's the present perfect, so you have to follow it with the third form of the verb. Haven't grown, haven't bought, haven't caught, haven't eaten. Okay, it's a really common mistake. Loads of people make it, but if we can just tweak it a little bit, it'll make your English sound all the stronger. Okay, all right guys, thank you very much for listening to me. Thank you for taking a look at the lovely cute picture of a penguin, and I hope to see you in one of my next videos. Okay, bye bye now.